Okay, so we're doing upper body stretching, good for windsurfing day after. So sitting on our mats, and we're going to use rollers and balls. We're going to do a few other shoulder things. So sitting on the mat here, just rub those hands up the full length of those legs, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. And give those knees a rub, just gently to start with, just over the surface. And then rub your thumbs up the inside of those knees and push those kneecaps over. And you can get those fingers under the outside edge of the kneecap and just pulling that. And then just push that kneecap across to the other side. Move that kneecap around. And then right, you need your legs straight, Sandra, to do that. Because when your knees bent, you can't move the kneecap because the muscles are tight either side of the leg. So when your legs are straight, the kneecap's loose on the top there and you can wiggle it. Okay, rolling those shoulders. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down. Pop those fists on the floor. Lift that chest up and push it forward. Big breath in. Fill those lungs up with air and then breathe out. And push that chest forward as you breathe out. Taking your chin all the way up to the sky. Stretching through that back. And then bring that chin down into the chest. Stretching through those arms, stretching through the back of that neck. And then release the hands. And then roll forwards on the floor. Soft knees. Put your tummy all the way forward onto your thighs. Leaning forward onto that front bottom and pushing out in that lower back. Visualizing those vertebrae and discs, pushing them out of that pelvis, out through the lower back, out through the middle back, out through that upper back, and push that head towards the toes, and then pushing the right leg down and release. Push that left leg down and release. Push both legs down and release. And lift yourself up to vertical. Roll those shoulders up to the ears back. Pop those hands on the floor. Pull those shoulders down. Push those fists into the floor. Push that chest forward. Pull those upper arms together. Take that chin all the way up into the sky, reaching, breathing in. And then breathing out, pull that chin all the way down into the chest. Pushing those hands together behind. Pushing those shoulders together behind. Pushing that head down. And then glide the eyes to the right side of that right leg. Pushing that left ear away from that left shoulder. And then back to the center. And gliding those ears to the left side of the left leg, or eyes rather. And pushing that right ear away from the right shoulder. Keeping those shoulders back and down. Pull those eyes through the middle again. Take them to the left side, the right side of the right leg. Pushing those hands into the floor, pushing those shoulders down and back, really squeezing those shoulders together, really lifting that chest up, really taking that ear away from the shoulder. And then swing those eyes through the middle again, to the left side of that left leg, and pushing that right ear all the way from the right shoulder, pushing those hands in the floor, lifting that chest up, pulling forwards onto that middle bottom. And then release back into the middle. Bring those eyes up to horizontal. Pop those hands on the legs, breathing in. And on the out breath, slide those hands down towards the feet. Pull yourself forward. Loosen that head and neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that right knee in the floor. Push that left knee in the floor. Push both knees in the floor. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Put that right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, lift and turn. Big breath in, big breath out. And then come back to the front, put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Lift and turn, keeping in column, don't lean backwards. Lifting up off that chest, lifting up off those seat bones. And then come back round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Bring those arms up and then lowering that body down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. So pushing through that lower back, pushing that pelvis onto the floor, lower back, middle back, upper back, hands all the way over the head, reach that right hand away from that right foot, and then reach that left hand away from that left foot. And then reach both hands away from both feet. And then take those arms all the way up to the sky. Bring them all the way down next to your side. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push those fists down, or those fingers down towards the feet. And then pushing on those elbows, lift that middle of that back up. Push the breastbone to the sky, breathing in. Breathing out, lifting that breastbone up high. Keeping that head on the floor. Just pulling those shoulder blades together behind the back. Breathing in. And then release that back down onto the floor. Bring those arms out like a scarecrow. Bend those hands up. Hands to the sky, so the elbows 45 degrees, 90 degrees rather. Pull those shoulders all the way up to the ears, into the floor and down. And then we're going to lower those hands down towards the floor, keeping those shoulders there. Letting those hands turn, or those upper arms turn, keeping the shoulders there. And then bring those arms back up to vertical and turn them the other way. Let the back of the hands go down to the floor. Don't let the shoulder lift up. Keep those shoulder blades on the ground. So we're moving. Just want you to see the range of motion. So you can go as far as you can with the hands that way. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Bring them all the way over as far as we can go the other way. So just observe how far down and then release. Bring those hands all the way up into the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up. We're going to compare at the end. Grab your roller in. Start with doing that upper back. So bring that roller in, resting the lower ribs on it, breathing in. Breathing out. Open all the way over that roller. Emptying those ribs. Take that head in the hands and lift back up. Move that roller up a few centimeters, breathing in. On the out breath, push that breastbone up to the sky, open up through those ribs. And then lift that head back up. And then breathing in, moving that roller up. Breathing out, open, push the chest, flare those bottom ribs, lengthen over that roller. And then bringing that head back up, move that roller up a little bit more. And breathing in on the out breath, push the chest up to the sky. So my head's just touching the back of the roller and it's just touching the floor. I'm going to take those fingers on the floor, slide them away. As far as I can go, I can't go very far because I'm quite high up on the roller. Take the head in the hands. Lift the bum off the floor and roll all the way down to those bottom ribs. And then all the way back up to the base of the neck. And all the way down for 3, 2, 1. And then all the way back for 3, 2, 1. And then all the way down for 3, 2, 1. And then all the way back for 3, 2, 1. Back up again, leaning onto that right side, laying over on the right, and then going all the way over onto that right side, all the way down, all the way up. So you can shimmy, drop your bum on the floor, and you can bounce along, or you can lift your bum up and you can glide in one movement. You might need to move your feet. You need to be a little bit agile with your lower body. All the way down. When you get to the bottom of that shoulder blade, so about that sort of middle ribs, we're going to rock forwards and backwards. Walk forwards and back. And if it feels too easy, then lift those hips up off the floor and make yourself heavier. Rocking forwards and back. If you need to support your head in your hand, you can bend that underneath arm up and support it. I'll support it from the underarm, not the top arm. Rocking forwards and back. And then all the way back down again. And then go all the way, lifting that bum up and go smooth through it. And then just gradually rolling back onto the back. Supporting that neck if you need. Trying to let that head, as you go onto your back, trying to let that head go down to the floor. Trying to keep that bum on the floor. Moving yourself around, tend to end up off the mat. And then rolling over onto that left-hand side. All the way down. All the way up. And all the way over onto the left. And then rocking forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. And then all the way back down again. And then just moving all the way through, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. And then rolling back onto the back. All the way up and all the way back down. Rest your bum on the floor. Bring the roller into the middle of that upper back. Take that head in the hands, breathing in. On the out breath, open that chest. Stretch those legs out. Take those hands on the floor above the head and lengthen those arms. Really reach and stretch. Bring those hands back in. Take hold of the head, lift it up, and then sit yourself up off the roller. Move that roller out of the way. Grab your tennis ball in. Okay, don't put this roller too far because we're going to use this again. Right, we're going to roll the tennis ball around that shoulder blade. So take hold of the ball and then take it. I'm going to drop it in on this right side. And I'm going to put it at the base of the shoulder blade. I'm going to rest my head on my elbow. And I'm going to swing forwards and backwards over the ball around the base of the shoulder blade. So it's at kind of my bra strap area. And I'm going to go across to the middle because that's the way the ball's gone. So towards my spine, I'm going to wiggle. I might rest my head on the floor. It's easier to trap the ball. And then move that ball up on the inside. I can do circles, I can do up and down, I can do little forwards and backs. It's easier to do kind of something like that to just keep the ball in the right spot. And all the way up that inside, up as far as the neck. Moving over that ball. And then along the top of that shoulder, through that trapezius muscle, out to the outside edge of the shoulder. Where your arm is attaching. You might find there's some tight bits there. So just work on them a little bit. Just push into those tight bits, breathing in, breathing out. And then go down the outside edge, across towards the armpit. And then down that, oh, there's a bit. Breathing in, breathing out, and then down that outside edge. It might be easier to move the ball, or it might be easier to move you. Kind of done this outside edge a bit with the roller anyway. Go through there. Good. And then move that ball once you've got to the bottom over to the other side. Okay. Pop that ball in. I'm going to start in the same place on the other side. So down on the base of that shoulder blade. And I'm going to go up on the inside. So just little circles, forwards and backs, just to explore what's going on. Finding those lumps. Sometimes you find your body just does a quick jump over the ball. So you can establish if that's a rib or if that's actually a muscle that's tight. And just let that arm do what it likes. If it wants to go up in the air, if it wants to stay by your side, move it around a bit. Okay, and then up again. Moving. And going over. And then going through that shoulder, the outside edge. Oh, lost the ball. There we go. Where the arm attaches in. And then down that other side. And you can move between lifting that head up and just visualize that shoulder blade and try to go around the edge of it, because that's what controls or restricts the shoulder movement. Part of what restricts it is the muscles being tight around the edge of it. And get down to the bottom. And then we can move that ball out of the way. Okay, so once you've got rid of the ball, once you've moved the ball out of the way, stay lying on your back. Have your knees bent, roll those shoulders up to the ears, push them into the floor, slide them down, bring those fingers down, breathing in. Push off those elbows. Lift that chest up off the floor, open that upper back, breathing in, lengthen those legs out long and just catch your fingers under your bottom. Breathing in. Breathing out, push higher off those elbows, lift those ribs up high, breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze those shoulder blades together, push those toes away, breathing in. Breathing out, release yourself down onto the floor. And then bring that left knee in, bring that right knee in, hug those knees in, loosen that lower back and release. Bring the nose to the knees and release. Bring the nose to the knees and release. Push that left foot on the floor, put the right foot. Take those feet away and take those arms all the way over the head. Reach and stretch that right arm away from the right foot. So push that right foot down, push that right arm away. And then the left arm away from the left foot, pushing that left arm away. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky, pull those shoulders into the floor and bring those arms all the way down by the side. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, slide them down, and then bring those arms out in that scarecrow position. Neutral spine, so all those ribs on the floor, lower back slightly lifted, bend the elbows to 90 degrees, have those hands up into the sky. Breathing in on the out breath, lower those forearms down towards the floor. And notice that you can go a bit further, keeping those shoulders down and back. Don't let the shoulders lift up off the floor as you take those arms down. Breathing in, bring those arms all the way up into the sky, bring the back of the hands down towards the floor. Keeping those shoulders down and back. Now push the back of the hands into the floor. Push the back of the hands into the floor. Pushing them into the floor. And then release. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Lower those hands the other way, keeping those shoulders down and back. Hopefully you've got a little bit more range of movement. Bring those arms back up to the sky. Take those hands right up into the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands down the legs, reaching down towards those feet. Push that right knee down, push that left knee down, push both knees, and then pull forward onto your front bottom, bring that tummy down to the thighs. Bring yourself up to vertical, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, left hand on right knee, right behind, lift and turn. And then right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, then lift and turn that way. Bring your arms up in front of you, and then slowly roll yourself all the way down to flat again. Roll yourself over onto that right hand side, support the head with the underneath arm, straighten the bottom leg and put that top leg underneath it. Roll that left shoulder up to the ear, down and back, and bring that arm up into the sky. Let that arm hang backwards, breathing in. Pull that shoulder down, don't let the shoulder swing up to the ears, pull it down. Have that arm straight and let that arm hang backwards so that the arm, where the arm goes in the shoulder, is sliding down around your back. It's not poking forwards. Breathing in, stretch that hand away. Feel that stretch through that chest. Breathing out. You don't need any weights. Just let gravity do the work. Breathing in. Breathing out, push that hand away. Swing that hand up above the head, swing that hand down towards the waist. Swing it up towards the head, swing it down towards the waist. Just a movement, your hands just moving through a couple of feet, not a lot. And then swing that hand all the way down to your leg, all the way onto the floor, all the way over your head. Let your body open up and roll backwards as your arm goes behind. Goes back on the floor, all the way around. Nice big circle. All the way around on the floor. All the way around and open. Good. Rest it on your leg and go all the way back the other way. Up behind. Onto the floor above the head. All the way around and down. Rest it on your leg. And then untangle your legs and roll over onto your tummy. Put that hand that we were just moving, the left hand stays flat on the floor. Right hand goes next to your chest, elbow in the sky. Bring that right knee up towards the waist, so we're in the recovery position. We're lifting the right side of the body off the ground. Pull this left shoulder down, let that elbow slide away. Have that elbow bent, and then push off the hand and the knee till you feel a stretch in the front of that chest. Breathing in on the out breath, push that elbow into the floor, push that hand and forearm into the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing that left hand into the floor, breathing in, breathing out, release the push and lift off that body a bit further. Push that arm into the floor again, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, release the push and lift a little bit higher. And then release, let the body go. And roll, bring that left arm in and roll over onto the left side. Support the head with the underneath arm. Left leg straight, right leg comes over and tucks under that left leg. Roll that right shoulder up to the ear, pull it down and back. Bring that right hand up into the sky. Let this right arm swing back down around the back. Let that right hand drop down behind you. Feel that stretch through the chest. Breathing in, push that hand away. Breathing out. Breathing in, push that hand away. Breathing out. Reaching that hand away. Swing that hand up towards the head, down towards the waist. Up towards the head, just moving through a few feet, down towards the waist. Up to the head, then take it all the way down to the waist, down to the leg, And then touch it on the floor in front. Go all the way up, all the way over your head. Try to keep it as close to the floor as you can. All the way around and over the leg. Go all the way around again. All the way around. And then stop at the leg. And go all the way up behind you. Reaching and then all the way around in front. And stopping there. Roll over onto your tummy. Roll over onto your tummy. Rest that right hand on the floor in that bent position. Turn the eyes left, left ear to the right ear to the ground. Bring that left hand up, palm down, elbow in the air. Bring that left knee up. Keep that, let that right shoulder down and back. Let that arm slide away. Breathing in. Lift that left side off the floor. Breathing out. Breathing in. Push that right arm into the ground. Push that right arm into the ground, breathing out. Breathing in. Pushing that right arm into the ground. Breathing out, release and lift off that left side. Push that left hand into the ground, push that left leg into the ground. Let that right arm slide away, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing that right arm in the ground a bit more. And then release the right arm and lift off that left side again. And then release, let yourself come all the way down onto your tummy. Pop those forearms so they're parallel with the long side of the mat. Forehead on the ground. Release those toes away so your toenails are down. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them down and back. Clench the bum. Lengthen the legs, let those knees and feet off the ground. Draw in the core, lift the belly off the ground. Breathing in, lift those hands and forearms up off the ground. And then release and lower. Lift those hands and forearms up off the ground. And release and lower. Lift those hands and forearms off the ground, hold them there. Breathing in. Make sure the belly's lifted. Breathing out, lift those arms up into the sky. Breathing in, touch the elbows on the floor. Breathing out, lift those arms up higher. Breathing in, touch those elbows on the floor. Breathing out, lift those arms higher. Touch the elbows down. Lift those arms up. Touch those elbows down, keep the bum engaged, keep the core engaged, lift those arms up. One more. Touch those arms down. Lift those arms up, keep them here. Pulse those arms up into the sky, keeping that angle of the elbow. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them. Push those toes away from the head, clench the bum, draw in the core, rest on the bottom ribs, lift those arms up again for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold there for 1. Lift that left leg up for 5, 4, 3, don't let the tummy go down, 2, 1. Lift that right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those legs, push them away. Breathing in. On the out breath, pulse the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower everything to the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out, push off those elbows and lift that upper body up. Lengthen that head away from the toes. Clench the bum, draw in the core, point those toes away, knees and feet are off the ground. Push that chest forward like you're trying to push it forward on the front of the mat. Pull those elbows without letting them move down towards the waist, so you're tensing your body. Lengthen the head away from the feet, clenching that bum. Breathing in, stretching those back muscles. Breathing out and lower all the way down to the ground. Breathing in. Bring the arms a bit closer to the body. Breathing out, lengthen the legs, clench the tummy, clench the bum, lift that upper body up, pulling those arms backwards without letting them move, pulling that chest forwards, stretching the head, looking at the end of the mat, squeeze those shoulder blades. So you're doing the fish pose, but you're the other way up, pulling those shoulders down the back, squeezing, and then release the body down to the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, drawing the tummy, lift that upper body up. Pulling those elbows forward, down towards the waist, pushing that head forwards away from the toes. Pushing the chest forward on the mat, pulling those shoulder blades together, pulling them down. Reaching down towards your bum with your shoulder blades. Breathing in, breathing out and release. Rest yourself in this position. Let those elbows slide away from the body on the floor. Let that chest flatten down. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs, lift those knees and feet off the ground. Draw in the core, rest on the bottom ribs, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up, hold them here. Lift those arms all the way up into the sky. Touch the elbows down for 5 and lift. 4, forehead stays on the ground, lift. 3, lengthen the legs, tummy's lifted. 2, and lift. 1, and lift, hold them there. Pulse those arms up into the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold them here. Lift that left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Bring those arms in closer, put the hands down by the bottom ribs. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs, knees and feet are off the ground. Draw in the tummy, lift it up. Breathing in, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. And as you breathe out, lift that upper body up, just resting on the bottom rib. So I'm not pushing off my hands, I'm just coming to the cobra. Clench my bum, push my chest forward along as if it's going across the mat. My boobs are off the floor, resting on those bottom ribs, pulling those hands down towards the waist, lengthening, pulling those shoulders down. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift using the hands and arms onto that pubic bone, big clench of the bum. Lower, down onto those bottom ribs, keeping that upper body open. Keeping that chest up, eyes are looking at the end of the mat, breathing in, breathing out, push off those arms and come onto that pubic bone, holding here, and then lower, belly down to the floor. So I want you to lift your belly straight, opening that chest, resting on that bottom rib, pushing the breastbone towards the front of the mat, pulling the hands backwards without actually moving them. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come onto that pubic bone, opening that chest, and then lowering that rib cage down, lowering the whole body down. Let those hands slide up towards the eyes. Breathing in, breathing out and relax. Breathing in, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, drawing the core. Breathing out. Push the top of the head away from the toes. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the hands and forearms off the floor, kick the elbows down and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. 2 more and lower. 1 more. As you lift the hand up, really feel the stretch through the back, through the neck. Hold those arms there. Lift the whole arm up into the air. Touch the elbow down and lift. Lengthen the legs. Touch the elbow down and lift. Draw the core in. Touch the elbow down and lift. Lengthen the legs. Touch the elbow down and lift. Hold those hands there. Breathing in. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them at 1. Lift that left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms up again for 5, 4, tummy up, 3, lengthen the legs from the head, 2, 1, and lower. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring those hands down to the bottom ribs. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Resting the forehead on the floor. Lengthen those legs, clench the bum, lift those knees and feet off the floor. Draw in the core, breathing in. On the out breath, lift that upper body up, resting on the bottom rib and the pubic bone and the knuckles. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift up onto that pubic bone. Breathe in. On the out breath, straighten the arms, come onto the knees, shoulders back and down. Lengthen the head away from the toes, clench the bum, and then tightening those thighs, lift those knees up off the ground, push that head forward, pull those shoulders back, breathing in, and on the out breath, knees on the floor, bum in the air, and go back into child pose. So do this gently. You've done lots of back bending, so do it gently. Curling, bending, stretching, breathing in. Breathing out, push those arms forward. Walk those hands to the left-hand side of the mat. Drop the bum right, drop those hips right. Stretch through that right side. Walk those hands to the right side of the mat and drop the bum left and stretch through that left side. Pushing those hands away, pull those knees apart, and then lifting that body up onto all fours. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, turn the inside of the elbows forward. Take that left hand palm up and thread it through under this right arm, looking through under that right shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Push off that right hand, lift that left hand all the way up high into the sky. Turning that, trying to get that right shoulder forward, left shoulder backwards, tummy button towards the front. And then release. Bring that left hand all the way through, looking under that right shoulder. Breathing in, push that hand further as you breathe out. Breathing in, push off that right arm. Bring that left arm up into the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that hand back on the mat. Turn that right hand palm up. Push that right hand through. Breathing in. On the out breath, push a bit further. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off the left hand. Bring that right hand all the way up into the sky. Trying to turn that left shoulder, bringing it under the right shoulder. Try to turn the tummy button to the right. And then release. Bring that right hand all the way down and through again. Push off that left hand all the way up into the sky again. And then bring it down onto the mat. Breathing, grab your roller and put it on the floor in front of you. So breathing in. On the out breath, come down onto the elbows, down onto the tummy again. Got those hands on the roller. Give yourself space because we're going to stretch those arms out in front. So forehead on the ground, elbows are bent, hands are on the fingertips are on the top of the roller. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone into the floor, draw the tummy in, lift it up and rest on those bottom ribs. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Breathing out, lift the elbows up and have the hands on the top of the roller, palms of the hands on the top of the roller. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll that roller away, keeping those elbows high. Bring that roller back in, keeping those elbows up. Roll that roller away. So I want the elbows to stay level with the hands. Bring that roller back in. So shoulder, holding those arms up here, bring those elbows down to the floor. Push those arms away, keeping the elbows slightly below the hands. Bringing that roller back in, keeping those elbows just below those hands. Bringing those arms away, holding them here. Draw in the core, resting on the ribs and the pubic bone. Lift that left arm up into the sky and back onto the roller. Lift that left arm up and back. Clench with the bum, no twisting of the torso. Lift that left arm up and down. 2 more, left arm up and down. 1 more, left arm up and rest. Right arm up and lower. Squeeze and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift and lower. Pull that roller back in so it touches the head. Push those hands away so we straighten the arms. Lift that belly off the ground. Pull those hands back in. Push those hands away. Pull those hands back in. Hold them here. Lift that left arm up and down. Right arm up and down. Left arm up and down. Right arm up and down. Left arm up and down. Right arm up and down. Straighten those arms out in front. Bring those arms back in. Straighten those arms out in front. Bring those arms back in. Holding them in and bent, breathing in. Breathing out, lift that upper body up, holding those hands here. Bring that roller in towards your weight, your chest. Keep those elbows out. Roll those arms away. Bring those arms in so the roller touches the chest. You have to move your fingers on the roller. Elbows are high. Push that roller away. Make sure the tummy's off the floor. Bring those arms back in. Make sure the chin's clear. Push those arms away. Bring those arms in. Hold them here. Lift the left arm up. Turn the body, keeping the pubic bone still and back. Lift the right arm up, turning the body, keeping those legs and hips still and back. Clench with the bum, lift that left arm up, turning the body. Try not to push through your tummy and back. Lift that right arm up and back. Holding here. Push those arms away. Bring those arms back in. Move the fingers on the roller. I'm going to let the roller roll away. Bring those hands next to the bottom ribs, lifting that chest up, breathing in. On the out breath, lift onto that pubic bone, breathing in. On the out breath, lift onto those arms, breathing in. On the out breath, bum into the air, back into child pose. Push those hands away. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull the knees apart on the mat and bring yourself back up onto all fours. Bring yourself back down, pull the knees forwards and come back down to sitting. Come back down to sitting. Lift those shoulders up to the ears all the way down and back. Pull yourself forwards on your heels. Lift that yourself up nice and tall. Bring those arms up to horizontal in front, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling down to flat, slowly coming down. Bring those arms all the way over the head. Breathing in, on the out breath, push the right arm away. Push that left arm away. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, pull them down. Make sure that lower back is slightly elevated and take those arms straight out in scarecrow position. Pull those shoulders down, make sure the flats of the shoulder blades are on the floor and bend those arms up, breathing in. On the out breath, take those hands backwards down to the ground. Take those arms up, keep the shoulders down and let those arms roll forward. Feel how much further they go. Mine definitely go maybe 10, 20 degrees further. Bring those arms back up. I could already get the back of my hands on the ground. Don't let the back arch anymore. Bring those arms up. Let those arms roll forward. Keep those shoulders down and back. Don't let those shoulders move, the arms move out the shoulder joint. Bring those hands all the way back up. Take those hands all the way up into the sky. Breathing in on the out breath, chin into the chest. Roll yourself slowly up to sitting. Make sure you're on the mat. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Pop those fists on the floor or hands on the floor behind. Pull those elbows together, breathing in. On the out breath, push that chest forward. Breathing in. On the out breath, tighten those thighs and pull those knees down into the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, lift those hips all the way up off the floor, take the eyes to the sky, pushing those ribs away from the shoulders, keeping those arms under the body, not letting them swing out in front, and then lowering down to the floor with the bum, so keeping this arm joint back, not letting it roll forward. So breathing in. On the out breath, roll those shoulders back and down, push that chest forward. Pull those knees tight into the ground, breathing in. And on the out breath, clench the bum and lift. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift that left knee into the chest and put it out straight. Lift that right knee into the chest, put it out straight. Lower that body down to the ground. Bring those arms up forward in front of you, holding yourself strong. Glide forward over those feet, stretching those hamstrings, lengthening that body, leaning backwards, gliding forwards, leaning back, cross those arms, lift that chest, turn to the left, and turn to the right, turning left, chests up, turning right, one more each side. Turning left, turning right, back to center, put those hands forward, lift yourself up, hands onto the legs, soften the knees, hold under your thighs and pull yourself up and forward, lift that head to the ceiling, breathing in, breathing out, bring those hands up, push those knees down, take those hands all the way up into the sky, big circle with those arms, dust the floor, all the way up, hold them in the sky, breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands all the way up into the sky. Pull those knees down into the floor, lift that chest up. Breathing out, release those arms, rest them on the legs, and roll those shoulders. Good. Well done.